So, this coming weekend, I'm going to the LZ World Tour and I wanted to go and test drive the car today. We ran into a couple of not issues, but things I wanted to address. And one of them is the steering rack. The steering rack that's in this car has been in this car since we built it. I don't think we've ever swapped it off. No. Oh, and you guys haven't seen Hugo in forever.
So.
And neither have I. It's been a long time. Like I've seen him like here and there because he works at Knight Motorsport now, which is, you guys know Knight, the guys who built the rally car, or did the motor for the rally car rather. Yeah, we haven't swapped this rack out since we built this car in 2019.
I don't think so.
This might have been the rack that actually came with the chassis, I'm pretty sure. So long story short, the steering's got a bunch of play in it, and we found that one of the U-joints on the steering shaft is loose, and so we tighten up the set screws on it because they just back out over time. We should probably honestly take them out, throw some red Loctite on them, and run them in as hard as we can and get that kind of like taken care of.
Yeah, so it's good.
Yeah, just so we don't have any issues with it. But the other thing that we're had to scare off the strays. The other thing that has play in it is the actual rack and pinion gear. And if you don't know how that works, there's a pinion gear, which sits straight like this. And then there is a rack gear, and the rack gear is the one that runs from tire to tire. And so right now what we have is what's known as like backlash or some wearing or whatever you'd call it. I think it would be just considered backlash. Typically backlash can be adjusted, and we found out that these racks are adjustable, but once you get so much mechanical backlash, there's not really anything you can do about it besides remove and replace it. And so what we did was we hit up our boy Lorenzo over at SoCal E46 Parts, and he had a yellow tag steering rack. This one I believe is just a basic stock steering rack. It's not anything fancy. I think it came out of a 325, but 330s and another one of the chassis come with the yellow tags, and the yellow tags are a sped up ratio or a quicker ratio. So your ring and pinion gears are at I believe they would be at a higher gear count, similar to like a differential. Don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure it is. The point is that it takes less turns to get the wheels to turn. So less input from the steering wheel to get the wheels to do more. So it'll speed up the ratio from steering wheel to wheels, and it's a fresh rack, and we were like checking the backlash on that, and that thing feels like ridiculously tight. I didn't feel any play in it at all.
Yeah, no, even right now checking that one without wheels connected, you
still
see it. Yeah.
You still see it. So the way that you would tell if it has play in it, one, you'll be able to feel it, but two, as we're visually inspecting it, we're watching the pinion gear here move without seeing the rack gear move at all. So I can feel with my finger that one is engaging the rack, but it's not moving the rack, which would tell me that the backlash is pretty solid. So under this, there's a spring and a pretty much like a tensioner type thing. This whole thing's like a tensioner, and it pushes the rack down into the pinion gear that's coming in through here, and you can tension it a little bit more or a little bit less. And I think it's more of like a fine-tune adjustment, because we tried to adjust it in order to like take up some of that backlash, and it's just not what this is for. I believe this is more for a resistance style thing, and again, I could be wrong. We just really just jumped on YouTube and was like, oh, there's an adjuster on it, I remember, and we looked into it, and it doesn't look like it's to take out backlash, but it's more for just like a feel, I believe. I think that you might be able to use this other nut that's down here on the pinion to take backlash out of your rack and pinion. So this nut here we might be able to do something with. Maybe that will pull the pinion gear into the rack gear a little bit tighter and get rid of some of that backlash. I'm not certain, and I'm willing to experiment and figure it out. For now, we're just gonna replace it. Again, Lorenzo got us the yellow tag one. You can see down here is where you'd identify them. This is just the traditional silver tag. When you get the fancier ones have this yellow, or they'll have it purple, a green, but it might not be on a 30, it might not be on a 46, it might just be on a 36. I know that there's yellow, and I know there's purple, and I know there's silver for sure for E46 chassis, and I know that the yellow tag and the purple tags are the desirable ones because of that ratio. So we have a yellow tag, we'll throw it in, and maybe I'll notice a difference, maybe I won't notice anything, who knows, but I will notice that there's no more backlash in the gears. So we'll get it swapped out and get going. So we're doing all of this again because we're going to the LZ World Tour, and it'll be their first stop in Kern County this coming weekend. So I just want the car to be dialed. I don't want to have that and then the backlash gets gnarlier. I know that you can push these to an extreme limit. With the opportunity of driving with a bunch of my friends and then a bunch of other people, we want to put on a good display. It's an opportunity for us, and I don't want the rack to be the reason that we can't put on a show for you guys or that we do bad. So for some preventative maintenance purposes, we're just going to swap it out, move on with our lives. And then we're going to head to the track. Maybe not today, but this week. Go to the track and get some testing in it. All right, let's get it out. Let me turn it real quick. You go, watch your fingers. Should be loose. Yeah, you can pull the whole thing out, dude. Voila. If it can't be done with a hammer and a pry bar, then it can't be done at all. Oh yeah. Have you tried tying it? Just get it. Ladies and gentlemen, Hugo Lacia, otherwise known as Danny.
Yeah. Burn it.
Wow, why'd you heat it up so much? Well, torch me, brother. Okay. It's hot. No mames, güey. It's supposed to be grease. Oh yeah, it's supposed to be grease. I'll take this back out there. Spray it again. Work shoes? Oh, what'd you do? Let me see, did it even work?
Yeah, dude.
Hold on, let me get a lot of these. Oh yeah, right there. Oh nah, it's like brand new, fool. Like it came off the shelf, fool. Chale. A la verga. Throw some grease on like these spots where it's touching, because I don't want it to be, I don't want no resistance on that. Oh. Yeah, dude, yeah. Give me a little bit on this aluminum up here too, for whatever reason it's touching. Whoa!
I just moved my finger.
I saw that. Dang, it won't even spin on the quick. Oh, wait, no, it's on. Oh, that is. No, it's not. Yeah, it is. Is it on? No. No. Oh. Gosh, look at this. That's what we want.
Butter.
Butter. Oh, I got a cramp. I really got a cramp in my top rib. Damn, boys. 2 and, what is that? 2 and 8.
Oh, see one there?
Yeah. The bigger one. Quarter.
Yeah, that's a quarter.
Right past that. Below it. 2 and a 16. 2 and 16. All right, Hugo. Huh?
I think it's kind of stuffed. Oh, that thing's almost in.
I was like, oh dang, dude. This freaking rat's loose. All right. Now we're gonna hook up the lines and then bleed it. All right. Put some grease in there to help those seals. All right, go the other way. Is that what you got?
Yep.
Okay. Those super fancy things that we try to do. Turn off the fan on the top right. Okay. Yeah, then when you're ready, just hit the start button. Hold it. And then once it's running, just go lock the lock.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Here it is, guys, the very first giveaway from 2024. It's a 97 328 IS, ready to go. It's got all kinds of goodies in it. We got ESR wheels, BC Racing coilovers, brand new tires, M50 manifold. This thing is ready to go. So there's all kinds of stuff on the website you can buy. You can get a sticker, those are generally $5. You can also get a t-shirt, a hat, a sweatshirt, a steering wheel, or you can even buy a status/holdfast collaboration seat to get entered. Head to holdfast-usa.com. This bad 328 right here could be yours. Feels good. Little bit of play, does feel like less, but when you're rolling, like you can't really tell. Once it's assisted, doesn't feel bad at all. And the fact that it's like recentering makes it feel even better. So I think we're on the right track as far as getting the kit set up the way that I like them. All right, so I think we're good then, huh? Is the trunk still on there? Cool. That's why I didn't want to go fast. One popped, huh? I freaking knew it. So, yeah, let's go to the track. We'll hit the track and we'll see what it feels like. New rack feels good, though. I was turning, too, like when we were on the straightaway. I was going like this. Like, I was barely getting it to, like, maybe, 12 o'clock with both my hands. And it felt like we were freaking... Did it feel like that to you?
Me?
Yeah, I was just going, wah, 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 and it felt like we were like... All right, let's put this thing away. What are you doing? Oh. Oh, that's probably when I was driving. I did see she called and I forgot. I was like, looked at it and I was like, well, I'm driving right now. I'll call you back. I wasn't gonna be able to hear her. What? You wouldn't do the same thing? I would never do.
Hold fast, boys.